Hello everyone, it's Josephine Sneha here. Hope you're all doing well because I am doing better now. My health is like getting a bit okayish, and I read a novel recently, which is why I wanted to run here real quick and talk to you about that. The name of the novel is 13 Minutes Before Midnight, and it is written by Abhaidev. Speaking of the writer, it is the pen name, and he has written enough novels before, around like 7 works. And in this novel we can actually see that he has kind of blend all the things like crime fiction, murder mystery, elements of suspense, everything, which is why I really want to talk to you about it today. Speaking of the plot is very well organically packed together, and I would say that there is no artificiality while narrating the story or while talking about the protagonist or about the other minor characters, etc., which I really liked about the plot. And the language is pretty much simple, so you don't really have to worry whether you will actually understand the vocabulary, you will understand the concept. It is very simple, very comprehensive, which is why you don't have to worry about it. It's more or less like sitting back, relaxed and watching a film. So that is how I felt while reading the novel. And also the story revolves around the protagonist called Rehan, and also the story is about a serial killer who actually commits a lot of crimes against women specifically. So this is the major thing that you have to keep in your mind. So this is what the novel is entirely all about, and as stated before, the writer has actually blend a lot of elements together, almost like time travel, murder mystery, elements of crime. There is a bit of romance as well, and he has handled it all efficiently. So let me just actually give you a glimpse of it. I promise not to reveal too much. So here we can see that her protagonist, remember Rehan, so he's like sitting all comfortable and relaxed in a sofa and enjoying his me time, and that is when he actually finds a naked corpse of a woman. So actually he finds and he's completely shocked, because that is a positive reaction anybody can make. So he is definitely shocked, and instead of informing to anybody, he kind of tries to clear the evidence. So this is how it actually begins. But then like after a few days or after a few weeks, he actually kind of sees that the woman is not dead. Instead, she is alive. So now he's like a bit of confused, and then almost we can find that Rehan is suddenly trapped in the middle of a murder investigation. So with no one to offer him any help, or with no one to actually help, so he actually decides to take the situation in his hand, because as I told you, no other options left. So he decides to find there is a serial killer on the loose, because a lot of women are being targeted, especially women, and crimes are being committed against them. So he actually decides to find who the serial killer is, and also decides to put an end to all this crime. Of course, also to clear his name, since he's trapped in the middle of the investigation, he has no other option but to clear his name. So that is all I'm going to talk about. Since I don't want to reveal everything, you'll get bored when you read. So I really want you to read. If you are a fan of crime thrillers, then you shouldn't be waiting. You should immediately get this book and start reading, because I would say this is completely an engaging read. Because I thought like maybe I can actually read a bit first, and then I can actually relax, and after a while I can start reading. But I would say that I was completely engaged with the plot right from beginning till the end. That's how the story is well written. As I told you, it's like organically written. So all the suspense and the elements of thrill, it's like completely intact. I would say from beginning till end, the writer has maintained a sufficient balance while dealing with all the different elements. So you'll be like very much interested to know what is exactly happening. As I told you, time travel is also there, so there is more of a science fiction concept as well. So you can actually very well read it. And talking about the positive side of the book, I would say that the suspense and the thrill is well maintained, and the book is written in a completely comprehensive language, and the protagonist and the major and the other minor characters, they are very limited, so it's almost like easy to keep track of their progress. So what are they doing, what are they going to find next, and also you will be traveling with them, finding cues, who exactly the thriller is, what is happening, what is this ulterior motive, everything. So you'll be like very interested. So that's also another positive trait. And the next thing is, the novel is not like very much lengthy, so it's like in an appropriate level meant for a novel. So you can very well read it in a day. So that's how I read it. So I read it within 3 hours. So you can also give it a try. And not only that, if you are a fan of crime thriller who loves to read it or watch the series related to it or movies related to it, you definitely need to give it a try, because I would say this book has all the potential to be developed or adapted into a series or everything. Because the writer, even though he uses simple language, I would say there is a lot of imagery, visual effects that's been added, which completely enhances the novel to the next level, which is what I like the most about it. And so don't delay. If you're a fan of these kind of fiction, go ahead and check this book out. And that is all for today. Hoping to be more active since I'm all getting all right, and most of my PhD related stuff are like coming in terms. So I'll try to be more active. I'll try to post more about books and even about literature. Thank you so much for your support and keep in touch. Bye.